Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. I am Razakius. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. I wanted to get started on my storage solution here. I'm going to build it a little bit further over in this general area. Now, when I was thinking about the storage area, initially I was just going to have like a direct feed into it. However, upon further reflection about this whole concept, I decided that I had a problem. So here's the base essence of my issue that I have is so that we're taking nether brick or nether ore, putting it in here, turns into normal ore, put it in here. That turns into the dust through the pulverizer, which doubles it, and then it comes over to here and turns into ingot. Well, the problem with this concept is that there's a lot of combination ores, especially from thermal expansion and that one, Tinker's Construct. Now, Tinker's Construct, there's not a whole lot I can do about that one because all of the mixing happens in the smeltery itself. And really, I can use ingots, so that's not a huge deal. That's probably something I'll have to figure out how to deal with later on making smelted items. However, the dust is a little more difficult because once I turn it into an ingot, I don't know if I can actually turn it back into dust. Here, let's take one copper and see if I can pulverize it. Maybe I can. Pulverize? Yeah. Okay, so maybe that does work. That's one option. I was going to do it a different way, though. I was going to not waste the energy because, I mean, if I do it that way, I guess that would work. But it's going to require me to use energy to pulverize it again. And I don't know if that's really worth it. Either way, I got a dilemma of how I'm going to work this. Because I want to have a supply of... the main things that I'm going to need are Electrum and Invar. And there's a couple of higher tier blended metals that are part of thermal expansion, and I think there's a couple other more I don't know blended metals from other mods too. Just a second, got something on my mouse pad. The constant problem that is. Okay, so here's the concept. We're going to take a couple of better barrels, and yes, I have reintroduced Java into this mod pack. I'll discuss that another time. So, the essence is we have 3 barrels. One is going to hold normal dust. One will hold the combined dust. The first thing that we need to kind of figure out, though, is can we make it so that once it fills up into one place, it'll go to the second place. So what we could do is I don't know how to explain it. Let's just do it. So we're going to start with a spruce chest. Any chest will do. And then we're going to start putting item ducts in. Now, the basic idea, and we're going to just connect these up straight up. So what I'm going to use stone to kind of test this, because I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. I think this is going to work, but I don't know for sure. So we need some filters. So we'll put the filters in. And we are going to whitelist stone on both of them. Like so. Now this isn't going to go anywhere because I haven't put in the servo yet. So we put in a servo, and I'm just going to let this go for everything, but we need to make it so that it doesn't care about this. So this should automatically load stuff in, and yep, here we go. We have 64 stone in our better barrel here. This is actually what I wanted. We're going to take that out. That's actually the whole reason why I wanted better barrels instead of these caches. I like the caches a lot. The thing that's problematic with the caches is that they're a little bit more expensive than the better barrels. Better barrels are primarily just wood. The invar cost of the caches is pretty high, and a lot of the times I just don't need that kind of space. So there's that. We're going to take this. The only thing that I really need the space for is these blocks, and I'm going to go to sleep before the monsters start spawning. I only really need the extra space for like cobble or dirt or whatnot. So those I'm going to continue using the caches for, but for everything else, I'm just going to go with the Java barrels. And the thing that I really like about them is the fact that it shows you how many is in it. So let's take this cache. I'm just going to put it here. I'm not going to connect it up. What I want to do, we're going to change this. I want to fill it up, and I want to make sure that once this one's full, it'll go to the second one. I'm 100% sure this is going to work, but I just need to make sure before I start up the process. So put a whole bunch of cobble in here, and hopefully we won't see it come in here until that one is completely full. I think, if memory serves, you get 64 blocks of 64 before it'll start going to the next one. So we got a little bit of ways here. Yep. Take that coal back. God dang it, why do it keep... No, I don't want to put the coal there. $27, $28, $29, maybe $32. It's certainly not anywhere near as much cobblestone as a cache gets. I also think the upgrades are a little more expensive. Another nice thing that these things have is that you can lock a barrel so that nothing but the item that you want can go in it. And the reason that's kind of cool is because then if you empty out a barrel, it'll still be locked towards that one item so that nothing else will confusedly get put in that box. And I think that's a pretty nice ability for the kind of sorting that we're going to be dealing with here. 53, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do like a lot of what is in here about the better barrels. Alright, this should probably fill up this one and start moving it to the second one. It's just going to take a little more time. Sorry about that, guys. $62, $62. I thought I had it. Oh, these are stone. Oh, that's a good reason. Still thought I had it, but whatever. 63, 64. Is it going to go over? Oh, it disappeared. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so it goes over just fine. So the idea that I had here is that what we'll do is we'll create some sort of mechanism which will take dust from the pulverizers. Here, how am I going to do this? And what I could do is I could have it go, the dust go in. See, I want to smelt it all. That's the key. I had a better idea about how to do this like last night, and I can't remember what I was going to do. I was going to have the dust go in here until it was full. And then once it was full, it would start moving on. But that doesn't get us to where we need it to be, right? So here's the problem we have. One, it's super. This is going to take a little bit of time. Just take it all out. Okay. Boy, this idea seemed great when I was thinking about it last night while I was going to sleep. And now today I'm like, well, there's some problems. See, what I was going to do is I was going to have it go here, and then it would go into something to mix it. Probably one of these cyclic assemblers would automatically mix the two together and put it into something to smelt it, which would then go into another Java barrel. And then once all of that was basically full, it would start going to another smelter as normal and push it to the normal area. But this isn't seeming like a workable idea all of a sudden. I think it'll still work. It's just maybe more complicated than it needs to be, right? Alright. Well, let's try it. I should have built a couple of cyclic assemblers. Let's just build one assembler. I didn't really think about this aspect. I was just wanting to test it, honestly. What is this? Oh yeah, that's how we make the papers, the schematics. Alright, so let's take a look here. Cyclic. Actually, I'm going to do this off camera, and I'll be right back once I got the pieces. Just a moment, guys. Alright, guys, we're back. I think I got a setup here going. So, we have these two set up. The top one set up for silver. The bottom set up for gold. I have two pipes leading out. One goes to the top, one goes to the side. I don't know if this is going to be how I'm going to do it in the final, but for now. The top will take green, and the side will go purple. I said purple. There we go. So this row will take silver, this row will take gold. And then we have a schematic to make Electrum Blend. We're not going to do the creation of this stuff right now. We're just, we're not going to create the ingots right now, I should say. Instead, we're just going to do kind of a test to make sure that this is all working correctly. So what this should do is you put your components in here. It'll get piped into the blocks. And then if there's space here, it'll get piped into here, which will then push it out here. I thought I had 3 of these Java barrels. Oh, yeah, here we go. I was going to say, let's just do that. Java! I mean, that's why I built 3. Alright, so then it'll go straight into the Java barrel. And hopefully that works as expected. And you'll see I actually went and stopped and put power in this too. So it's not hooked up to anything, but it should still work. So let's give this a shot. I don't want to put it all in. I have more gold and silver than this, but this is just a test, so I only want to put in the bare minimum. So there we go. It's not already over there. There we go. See? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's moving over here. Hopefully. Oh yeah, I forgot to... I have to ignore this and ignore this. So yeah, then they'll get sucked in there. And shoot in, and this thing goes really fast. And look at there. We have our Electrum. Perfect. That's exactly how we want that to go. And then instead of actually being stored in a barrel like this, I'm going to have it piped straight into an ingot form. Excellent. I think this is going to work very well. Once it's turned into ingot, it'll go into this, the last box. And what I can do is I can have these things going on in the back. So, like, I can put, for instance, let's just use a normal chest as an example. All this is going on, and then in front of them, I'll have the actual Java barrels with the ingots. So you won't even see the dust parts, but I'll leave like an aisle so that I can go back there if I need to, just to make sure everything's working fine. But this is going to be great. I'm very excited about this. Can I turn Electrum Blend back into not Electrum Blend? I doubt it. I bet it once you have it in Electrum, you have it in Electrum. Yeah. Okay. So then the idea is eventually this will fill up with the Electrum Blend, and then the cyclic assembler will fill up with the gold and silver dust, and then this will also fill up with gold and silver dust. And then once all of that has happened, this connection will send the gold and silver off to a separate section, to the normal ingot creator, where it'll create gold and silver ingots. Now the reason that I like doing it this way, I can leave the Java barrels so that they take the 64 stacks and not ever upgrade it. I probably would never upgrade it. This is another reason why it's awesome to do better barrels, because 64 stacks to 64, not a big deal. It's a much bigger deal if we were to do this with the caches, which is like 10,000. I would never see any gold or silver ingots at that point. 64 by 64, it's going to take a while before the gold and the silver starts, but it'll get there eventually. It's another good reason why I think I'm glad that I'm keeping Java in this whole system. I don't know if this is the best system. Another thing I could do. Let's take a look here. I mean, maybe instead of using the Java, I could use a different kind of chest that lets me put in even less. Iron, well, I suppose that's gonna... Well, okay, here we go. Iron chest gives you more, but I thought there was like... That's interesting. I didn't know there was upgrade things like that. I thought all you did was take the iron chest and surround it. Anyway. Dirt chest was what I was considering. Is I thought the dirt chest allows very small amount of space. Here. I need dirt. And maybe that would work better for this sort of concept. The less dust that I have to store of the gold and silver for this, the better. One of the other nice things about having the storage there like that, even if the Electrum ingot is all full, is that it allows for a buffer, so if I take an electrum ingot, it'll get replaced right away as soon as any material is able. I really like that concept. Okay, dirt and spruce chest, dirt chest. How to use your dirt chest? Well, thank you, sir. Can I put anything in here? No. I can only put a single stack of dirt in there. We hope welcome to your new Dirt Chest 9000. We hope you enjoy many happy years of storing your stack of dirt in our storage utility. I think it's funny, but dang it. There. I wonder, can I break it back because I don't really want it. Ooh, you can put it in a volcanic furnace. Okay. So yeah, this is my base concept. This is going to be the first level that I'm really working on for my storage area. I think it's pretty good. I really like the idea that I came up with here. I'm sure other people have done similar things. But I haven't really looked at much else. I'm just trying to come up with ideas on my own. I hope this inspires other people, and if you have a better method that can get me both the iron, or rather the gold, the silver, and the electrum all together in the same area and allow everything to get created correctly, please tell me. Also, if you have an idea for a smaller barrel, I suppose a normal chest is what, 3 times, I think this is 32 slots, so, or 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 times 9 is 27? Is that right? Yeah, 27. That's a weird number. Never noticed that before. I feel like my math is wrong. Nope, 27. So strange of a number. Ha! That didn't work at all. So yeah, I suppose I could do that, put a normal chest in both of these. But I like the ability to see, like, what's in it and how many there are. That's really, honest to God, one of the best features of Java is the ability to see what's in it and how many there are. So I think I might stick with Java, even if it's more. For a lot of this material, this basic material that needs to get combined, I think it's going to be okay if I keep 64 gold and silver dust in storage. I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe at the end, and talk to you later. Bye-bye. You were tough, so I'm running away. There's got to be a guard around here somewhere. Guards, help me! This bad man is hurting me. There's guards! Come here, guards! I don't know if you'll actually help me, but I need your help.